Hello everyone, welcome again in your science class. So today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 10, and the name of the chapter is respiration in organisms, right? So as you all know that what is respiration means, respiration is the process by which living things produce energy from food, right? Then that process is known as respiration. Usually respiration needs oxygen. First of all, let's study why do we respire. That is your first topic of this chapter. As you already learned in your second chapter that all the organisms are made up of small microscopic units and we call those units as cells, right? You know about cells very well. It means that cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of any organism. Clear? And each cell of an organism perform certain function such as nutrition, transportation, excretion, reproduction, respiration, right? All of these functions are performed by our cells, right? For all these processes we need energy. Which processes? Like nutrition, transportation, excretion, reproduction, respiration, right? So for all these processes we need some energy. Like for eating, reading, sleeping, for these processes also we need energy, right? From where this energy come from? This energy comes from the food that we eat, right? The food that we eat store energy and release that energy during respiration. Clear? So therefore all the living organisms respire to get energy from food. So what happened generally during breathing, right? You know that what is breathing. During breathing we breathe air. You know that very well, and we know that the air which we breathe in is rich in oxygen, means contains oxygen, and the air which we released out, right, means which we breathe out, contains carbon dioxide, that is rich in carbon dioxide, right? After breathing, what happened? When we breathe air, it transported to all the parts of the body and after that to the cell. What is cell? Cell is the smallest functional and structural unit of any organism, right? So in the cell, this oxygen in the air has to break down the food. The food that we eat is breaking down with the help of oxygen that we breathe in, and when our food breaks down into smaller pieces, then that food release energy, and this is known as cellular respiration, right? As the name indicates that cellular respiration. So cellular respiration takes place in the cells of all organisms, right? After that, let's understand the types of respiration, right? If we are talking on the basis of the presence or absence of oxygen, so respiration is classified into two categories, that is aerobic and anaerobic respiration, right? So aerobic respiration is that when breakdown of food occur with the use of oxygen, right? If the breakdown of food that we eat occurs due to the presence of oxygen or because of the use of oxygen, then that is known as our aerobic respiration. And when breakdown of food occurs without the use of oxygen that we breathe in, then that is known as your anaerobic respiration, right? So during aerobic respiration, what happened? Let's see this reaction, right? So what happened here? Glucose, right? Glucose is used for the food that we eat because the food that we eat contain glucose particles, right? So when aerobic respiration takes place, then what happened? The glucose, means the food that we eat uses the oxygen to break down these particles and releases carbon dioxide, water and energy, right? This is during the aerobic respiration, right? So food releases CO2, that is carbon dioxide, water and energy, right? But when anaerobic respiration takes place, then what happened? We know that anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. There is no use of oxygen during anaerobic respiration. So what happened during anaerobic respiration? The glucose, means the food that we eat, right? So glucose in muscles breakdown without the use of oxygen and breakdown into lactic acid and energy, right? Aerobic respiration takes place in humans, dogs, cats, lions, elephants, etc. Whereas anaerobic respiration takes place when there is temporary deficiency. Deficiency means shortage, right? When there is a shortage of oxygen, then anaerobic respiration takes place. Like when we are doing a heavy exercise, we running, right? We do cycling, walking for many hours, right? So when we do all such works, then there is a need of very high energy. But during aerobic respiration, the food that we eat does not release that much energy, right? So in that case, supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. Then our anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells, so that to fill the demand of energy that we need during cycling, during heavy exercises, during walking, or during lifting a heavy weight, right, etc. So these are your two types of respirations, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, right? So this is all about your today's class, and next we will do in our next class. Thanks, have a great day.